What's up, guys? Alex here with another tutorial series. In this series, this is going to be a beginner series for GameMaker 2. So what I noticed is there's a lot of long content out there for programming. It might be a walkthrough of a certain game. In this tutorial series, it's going to be very short, 2 to 4 minute type topics, just going over one specific aspect, maybe a tip, maybe a trick, maybe a shortcut you can use. There's a lot of ways you can like lay out your screen, and a lot of things you can do to make your code just cleaner. Everything we do here will be the GameMaker language, so it won't be the GameMaker visual. But again, it's just for beginners. So if you're, a programmer or kind of experienced, this isn't the series for you. We'll be covering everything from like building arrays to different types of assets you can use. But let's just jump right into it. Again, these videos are going to be pretty short. So in this video, all we're going to do is create a new project and look at the workspace and set some initial stuff up for our project. So let's just go here. This is like a version that I haven't downloaded yet, so I'm just going to go remind me later here. It's going to log me into GameMaker, and we'll take a look at what you'll see when you first log in. So yeah, this is the start screen. Right here are the recent projects. These are all the games that I've been working on. Of course, this will be empty for you because you won't have any recent projects. You can start a new game here. You can open up a previous game here, import a game. This tutorials link is excellent. There's actually more tutorials over here on the right. All these tutorial series, there's like step-by-step guides. It'll walk you through each piece of the code. Some of them are in the visual language. Some of them are in the actual code language. But definitely, if you're a beginner, check these out. In this one, we're just going to start a new project here. It'll look like this. There's some more templates you can use here, but we're just going to start a new blank, call it GameMaker Basics, and let's go take a look at what you see. So this is the workspace. So this is where we'll do most of the work in our game. These workspaces, as you get familiar with them, there's rooms, workspaces. You can move these windows around, take them out. You can add them back. You can set up your little area here however you want. So it's totally customizable. Sometimes if you mess up anything, you can always just reset the layout. It'll take you back to this initial layout that you see. But the first thing that I always do when I create a new game is set the background color so that we can see any objects and stuff that are in our game. Sometimes when we draw new objects or new characters or new whatever in our game, we can't see it because of this black background. So to change that, we just go over here. If this isn't open for you, you can just open this rooms, double click on this room. It'll open up these two layers here. You're going to want to make sure you're on the background layer, because the instance layer, we're going to have different layers in our game. The instance layer is where you put some of your bad guys or good guys or just objects in the game. The background layer is where you'll put the image or whatever the player sees in sort of the background of the game. In this case, since we're just starting, we're just going to set this to a neutral gray so I can see what's going on. So if something gets drawn, I can see what's happening. And the second thing we're going to do is set our dimensions. So if you're making like a iPhone game, you might want to work on dimensions that are like 900 by 1600. That way you get this nice rectangular frame. I think this is the standard frame for like an iPhone. But what we're going to do is we're just going to work on a 1600 by 900, and that's more like a console or Windows type game. It could just pop up, and it's going to be a nice frame here. Let me show you here. There we go. And you can move around this little workspace here where you're working. You can like zoom in and out. You can scroll up and down with your middle mouse button. You can hold control and scroll. You can zoom way in. You can hold middle mouse button and move around. And if you ever get lost, this little thing right here will bring you back to the center here. So perfect. And that is it for this video. Again, just very basic overview of what you first see. In the next videos, we'll be going deeper into this workspace, what all these buttons do, what each of these menus is. We'll talk about this asset browser. And again, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm just starting out the channel, so if nothing else, you can say that you knew me before I had 100 subs. Also, quick shout out to Arizona Iced Tea, because they're my unofficial sponsors. They don't know it yet, but they will someday be my official sponsors. And thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.